What's up, guys? I hope everyone is doing good. It's Dr. G. I'm here today to answer a simple question. It won't be a long video, I promise you guys. This is mainly to answer a question about research. And this is mainly for those that are applying for residency and asking if research is necessary for a residency application. And quite frankly, the answer to that is it all depends on your specialty. And that's just because some specialties are a little more interested in research. But I will say that from a family medicine perspective, research is really not that important when it comes to your application. But hear me out though. Research can also be beneficial in improving your overall application, okay? And also for you guys that are IMGs, I do also want you to understand now that, especially with step one being made pass or fail, you can think of it as the bar has been raised. The stakes are much higher right now. So that means application tends to be a little more competitive. So what that means for you now is they're not just looking at your scores, they're looking beyond the scores and every other thing that you have to offer. So if you do have research or you have articles or publications that you have out there, that will really help strengthen your application. But just from a general perspective of applying to family medicine residency, research is important, but it's not a deal breaker if you don't have that, okay? But just remember, having that really does strengthen your application. The other thing to also keep in mind too is, say you graduated from medical school and you've had like a gap year, time that you took away from medical school, that could also be a time to get that research done. That way, when you're called in for an interview and they're asking you what happened, why do you have this gap year? Why did you take this time off from medical school? What happened? And what did you do with that time? Because a lot of times that's what they're wanting to know. If you took a gap year from medical school, what did you do with that time? Did you go to get some sort of a master's degree or whatnot? Did you go to do some kind of medical training to kind of strengthen your clinical skills? Did you go do any kind of research that will also continue to improve you as a medical student or a soon-to-be doctor? So research can basically be a good space filler for that, For me personally, I didn't do a lot of research before applying for a family medicine residency. I had publications, and I also had poster presentations from school, and then also I'm also a published author, so the book that I published as well, that served in my application portfolio. So I believe that sufficed at that point. But if you have the opportunity to do research, by all means take advantage of it and do it. It will definitely strengthen your application. But if you're at the point where it's time to apply and for whatever reason you haven't gotten the opportunity to do some kind of research, then basically seek out other alternatives. So in addition to research, I will tell you also, having a strong clinical background, that foundational clinical experience, it carries a whole lot of weight. Just because anyone reviewing your application sees that you're not just a fresh off the mill medical student, you've gained significant clinical experience that will definitely be beneficial even when you're in residency and beyond. So that accounts for something as well. And when it comes to your application for residency as a medical student, the entire package is what really does matter. And if you happen to not have a singular component of that, it's really not a deal breaker. So that's my response to that question. If you guys have any other questions, any other clarifications that you need, whatnot, feel free to reach out to me. That's it for now. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, it's Dr. G. Yeah, take care.